Canada as a nation of gun lovers.
Oh, fuck!
Especially when compared to our neighbors to the south.
I love liberty, and firearms are an important tool in that.
But the reality is, among developed countries, Canada ranks as high as 5th in guns per capita.
Yeah, see? Switzerland has the fucking second highest, like, gun ownership per capita. And yet, none of them touch, dude. And by the way, this is in 2016. This number is now incorrect. There are officially more guns than people in the United States of America, for the record. That's not even true. There are, like, 110 guns per, or 120 guns per 100 people in America now. Oh, these are 2007 numbers, sorry. Yeah. In 2007, that was 95.3 guns per 100 people. It's now 120 guns per 100 people. There's more guns than there are people in this country. Of course, fear not. The overwhelming majority of those guns are actually owned by gun hoarders, singular collectors and whatnot. Just kidding. That should terrify you because these people are fucking psychos.
Highest 5th in guns per capita. Even more surprising, the number of registered handguns and AR-15s owned by Canadians has doubled in the last 10 years. One explanation could be the growing popularity of recreational shooting in Canada. People who take up shooting sports own guns simply for the fun of target shooting rather than hunting. But like many of my fellow Canadians, especially those of us living in cities, I'm pretty clueless about how our gun laws actually work. So, to experience Canada's gun laws firsthand, I'm going through the whole process of getting a firearms license and buying a gun in Canada. My first stop is a gun store just outside of Toronto. Adam gives me the 101 on our laws.
So what brings you in today?
Well, I want to become a gun owner.
So basically in Canada, you're going to need to get a firearms license. It's called the Possession and Acquisition License.
I mean, without one of those licenses, I wouldn't be able to just come in here and purchase one of these guns.
No, of course.
Do you ever get that question? Like, do people ever come in here expecting to be able to buy a gun?
We get people who are more so surprised.
He's about to be like, yeah, Americans.
That you can own these types of firearms in Canada. So this is an AR-15.
Okay.
God damn it. Canada more like commie, duh. More like commie, duh. Can't buy a goddamn weapon off the goddamn rack. You fucking kidding me?
This is a SL8, is what we call a 1911.
Apparently on Tinder outside of America, the majority of profiles don't have a pic of them holding a gun. Wild. That's crazy. What you're talking is nonsense. How will anybody know that they're not gay? I don't understand it. You're on a dating app or you're not holding a goddamn bass or you're not holding a goddamn Colt. How will people know I like to fuck pussy and I would shudder in fear thinking about, you know, hot dicks, big, thick, hot cocks that would make me terrified. I hate that. So I fuck my gun instead, which is phallic in nature. It feels like a second cock. You call gun collectors crazy, but your friends spend thousands on useless Pokemon cards? Yeah, when you can fucking throw a Charizard card and then an actual Charizard appears and fucking blows up an entire school, that's when you can fucking criticize my friends' hobbies of collecting stupid Pokemon cards, okay? You really thought that that was a good fucking argument, dude? You're so stupid. God damn, dude. What a fucking idiot. Oh my god.
Looks cool. I like the gold. What the fuck is that?
This is what's called the Chris Vector. It's a very interesting gun.
So what would you be using this for, other than like scaring people?
Generally, you don't want to scare people.
Bro, she's putting out vibes over there, by the way. She likes them a little bit. Isn't that a fucking like suppressor built into the muzzle itself? Like that's for assassinations, dude. I mean, sorry, it's for when you want to shoot someone and you know, and you don't want where the shots are coming from. No, that's just a barrel. Wait, really? It's not like
people with their firearms. In Canada, we're really limited in terms of uses for firearms.
Yeah.
Right? You're either going to the range and having fun, or you're going hunting.
So there aren't people here who would be buying a gun for self-defense?
No. We don't have what are called like castle laws or stand your ground laws, if you're familiar with those terms at all from our neighbors to the south.
By stand your ground, Adam is referring to laws in more than 30 U.S. states that allow private citizens to shoot someone if they feel their lives are in danger. 22 states even extend these rights outside the home to any public place. By contrast, Canada's self-defense laws only allow for use of reasonable force, which is always left to a judge's discretion. With very few exceptions, it's basically never.
And by that, I mean pussy judges. You know, academics, went to law school, know the law. You really want a bunch of liptards telling me if I can't shoot people that are coming down my doorway? What do you mean to tell me they were simply selling Girl Scout cookies? They were black. Who knows what the fuck was in them cookies in them boxes?
Illegal to shoot someone.
So we are here like this is a golf store. It's just a different sport.
So before you can even consider buying a gun in Canada, you've got to take a government safety course. But first, I'm heading to a range west of Toronto to check out a popular shooting sport called IPSC, where I'll try
Joke's on you, I can't read.
out shooting for the first time.
I just feel like I'm gonna suck. Like, of course I'm gonna suck.
Or you
but-
could do really well.
IPSC is International Practical Shooting Confederation. You shoot stages, you get classified, timed.
It was designed for law enforcement to boost their shooting skills. Now it's purely an athletic sport. It combines athleticism with strategy as well as shooting. So that's three of the best things in the world, I think.
I do competitive shooting with my husband. We recently bought a bunch of guns, and apparently guns are like tattoos. Like, you just have to keep collecting them.
Dude, she's the most Canadian girl, dude. Every Canadian girl is like this. I don't know why. They have this like very kind energy, but like you know they're crazy. Every Canadian girl I've ever met is exactly like this.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you got into shooting sports?
I follow a lot of people like in the Instagram, and girls very beautiful like shooting IPSC.
Do you have a lot of cool like gun photos on your Instagram?
Yeah, of course.
This is my 3-gun belt.
Jesus.
We have to change your shirt first. You might
Okay.
want to go do that. And
Okay.
then, because everything gets tucked in, you have to tuck everything in
You want me to tuck these into my pants?
into your pants.
It's gonna look so whack. Okay.
This is not a fashion thing here. It's,
Okay.
Bro, these are like the kindest gun nuts I've ever met, by the way. Like, dude, Canada can't even gun nut right. Like, they're all like super fucking nice. They're not like constantly talking about how they're doing this because like yee freedom. Like, where are the fucking, where is the moralistic grandstanding? Where is the ideological posturing? Where is the mass consumption being a significant part of their like personal identity and the way they see themselves? Why aren't they fucking talking? Why aren't they saying yee? I need my gun. I'll shoot Justin Trudeau in the dick. Like, well, what's going on there? Why are they like still sane while also? I mean, they're probably still insane with the rest of like compared to the rest of Canada, but like actually surprising that these guys are just basically talking about like, yeah, oh, I love my guns. Here's my triple. Hey, what do you mean? It's not a stylistic choice, of course. Go to Alberta.
yeah, look at you are just, now you're rocking it.
I'll feel more badass with a holster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it gonna hurt?
Not at all.
Sweet, just have a loaded gun on me.
No, you don't. Never hand a reporter a loaded gun.
How?
Up. Okay. Now we've got 1 round. And just squeeze, like get that front sight on, and squeeze the trigger. There you go.
That's an alpha.
Alpha.
There's no way that I could like fuck up and like kill someone, right?
If you turned around, aimed the gun at someone and shot them, yes. I've had people shoot the gun, throw it, and run.
Yeah.
So you didn't do that. Yeah.
Thanks, guy.
Okay. This is an AR-15. Flick the bad.
Look, this is a person who's never shot a gun. Watch how she shoots this compared to the handgun.
Push it down. There you go. It's loaded. Okay. There's more. There's got more.
Look at how much easier it is to shoot this gun than the handgun. Do you understand? Pre-watched? No, I pre-lived. This is why I always fucking talk about how, and her form is dog shit. She's like never shot a fucking gun before.
Hi, chat.
But the low recoil is what makes the AR-15 a gun that even children and women can use. Yes. Also, everybody knows that it's called an automatic rifle 15 because it's automatic.
Okay. So this gun has kind of a bad reputation, as you may
Oh, yes,
know.
absolutely.
Do you think it's justified?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I thought I was gonna be like, yeah, it's actually pretty horrible.
It's like, why are lots of Honda Civics used by drunk drivers? Because many people drive Honda Civics.
Right.
The AR-15 is the most popular gun in North America.
Do you think that Canada should have more American-style gun laws?
You can't say American system.
All right.
If you actually look at the American system, it's down to a county level. Canada has an advantage. We say federal.
John's right about American gun laws being complicated. They vary widely across the country. 43 states don't require permits to buy long guns, and 36 states don't require permits for handguns. There are no magazine capacity restrictions in 42 states, no background checks at gun shows or online in 31 states, and at least 12 states even allow unregulated open carry of handguns.
That's changing in, brother, that's gonna change in Canada too, you know what I'm saying? Yeet, yeet, baby, let's go.
Keep it up.
Called yee time. It's Armalite Rifle 15, not automatic. No, dude, you're wrong. It's literally automatic rifle 15. God, dummy. First of all, if it was Armalite Rifle 15, then it would be ALR. It's automatic rifle, AR. And also it was built in 2015. That's why it's called Automatic Rifle 2015. That's the full name of it.
In Canada, it's just one set of laws for the whole country. You need training and a license to buy any gun.
I feel like there's gun nuts in here that have like seen me. They've watched videos of me like shooting a fucking Draco, an automatic shotgun. And even then, whenever I say it's automatic rifle 15, there's like something that literally they can't stop themselves. Like they can't be like, he's probably joking. Yeah. Like they're like, ah, it's Armalite. It's like, dude, you've seen me shoot weapons and shit. Yeah, it's automatic rifle 15 because it's an automatic rifle and not semi-automatic.
Semi-auto rifles, like the AR.
She's lying. It's actually an automatic rifle. Yes, AK stands for Automatic Killer 47 because you can kill 47 with a clip. Yeah, that's what it stands for. Yes, with a clip. When you put a clip on your automatic killer 47, you can kill 47 in a row.
Are limited to 5 rounds, and handguns are limited to 10.
I love these, like, I love how infantilizing their fucking magazines and their clips are, by the way. It's funny. Like, look at the...
For the whole country. You need training and a license to buy any gun. Semi-auto rifles, like the AR, are limited to...
Like, look at that. That is, like, that's a baby. You're a baby. How are you going to do a mass shooting with that? Wait, what do you got? 10 rounds in there, dude? Five? Jesus Christ, dude.
ARs may be limited but not limited to the
5 rounds, and handguns are limited to 10. Only about 7 U.S. states have laws that compare to Canada's.
Do you think that Canada should loosen some of its gun laws?
The ones that are a waste of time, having firearms that are good firearms and bad firearms.
Okay, like restricted.
Restricted, prohibited, non-restricted. There should be licensing, mental health screening, background checks. That all makes some sense.
Yeah.
Stop. This is the most yee motherfucker you could find. Shut up. Shut up. This guy's a pussy-ass lipdart in America. Okay? Like, literally, every gun person be like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Not on my watch. Over my goddamn dead body. Like, this is the most, like, this is the most yee gun nut in Canada. Yeah, of course. I would love to over-regulate this. I mean, these are death machines after all. You know, you absolutely need background check, psychiatric treatment. Meanwhile, they're like, liberals will literally, I mean, liberals, conservatives will turn into like disability activists. Like, what do you mean? You mean to tell me somebody with Down syndrome can't shoot a gun? You fucking, you ableist son of a bitch, you fuck you. I'm blind and I can shoot a gun and I will shoot it. Like, literally, they just drop everything. It's called the Constitution. You ableist motherfuckers. He's talking about how AK-47s are illegal in Canada, but equally as dangerous. Long guns are not. Now, before like all the fucking disability activists in the chat get mad at me, I think that people with Down syndrome are awesome, and not a single one of them would want to shoot guns anyway. Okay, before you fucking be like up my asshole, I'm using that as an example in a joke. Okay. Before everybody cancels me.
I'm on the range. I don't want you untrained. I want you trained. Because I'm standing next to you. So it's safer for us if you're trained.
Did I even hit any of them?
I don't know. You shot that way.
Yeah.
A few weeks later, I've completed my firearms safety course. Due to privacy, I wasn't allowed to film inside my classroom, but I'm going to see Sherry Sadauskas, the chief firearms instructor in Ontario, to talk about the government course every Canadian has to pass.
You must understand that rules have to be observed whenever you come in contact with firearms. Firearm safety is not negotiable.
You learn your social responsibilities as a firearms owner. Essentially, what it is in-classroom time and practical handling. You have what type of firearm in front of you there?
Lever action.
Lever action. Very good. I'd like you to prove it.
This is insane, dude. This is actually fucking psychotic. Like, how much more reasonable the process is to be able to get a gun in Canada. Like, why can't we have this, bro? Why? I want, like, the most yee motherfucker to be like that gun guy, the gun nut, the Canadian, to just be like, of course I would like to make sure that people get a government course. Meanwhile, I got leftists in the chat from Iowa who, like, fucking fancy themselves to be, like, Maoist third worldists, right? That are like, oh, what are you talking about? The proletariat can't take an expensive course. All you're doing is creating a classist division between those who have the guns and those who have not. For the people who say you're wrong, like, we have this here. Okay, dude. No, not to the same degree. And, like, I'm a firm believer that we should have, like, at the very least, a similar level of control over shooting guns as we do of driving, okay? And driving is a utility. Like, driving has significantly more utility than fucking gun ownership, right? And even then, we control the fuck out of it and regulate the fuck out of it. We should absolutely do that for guns as a start, as a starting point, as a start.
It's safe.
So, safety is on.
Clear.
Load 2 rounds into that firearm, please.
Okay. It was certainly a lot easier than my driving test. Oops, I went too far.
I don't know if it's easy. It depends on the person, right? It's like writing any test.
Okay.
Have you done the prep, Tony?
I mean, I'm outing myself here, but I didn't open the study guide. And then I ended up getting 94 on the written.
Good, great for you. And that's probably because you had good instructors. You kept your finger off the trigger and outside the trigger guard. These are all the things that we teach in the class, so you did a good job.
Before I can buy anything, I still have to apply for my Canadian gun license, my PAL.
So I've received my possession and acquisition application form.
When you have a restricted firearms license, you have to state the path you travel with the pistol to the range you use with the RCMP. Any deviation from said path can get your license revoked. You can only shoot that restricted at your home range. Fuck yeah. Absolutely fuck yeah, dude. What an incredibly reasonable fucking thing to do. What a reasonable and good fucking idea. Meanwhile, here in America, we have fucking top of the hour ads, okay? When the streamers don't even mention that you can avoid those ads. Right? I mean, 60-second ads is one thing, but like, what are you not going to mention how to fucking avoid said ads and have an ad-free broadcasting experience? Yeah, that's right. I fucking got you. That is a 9 out of 10 segue. Suck one, okay? That's right. That's right. Because at the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break. You can avoid those ads. If you subscribe, you can subscribe for $5. You can subscribe for free if you have a Twitch Prime that you haven't used yet. You can also use an ad block or a VPN, but Twitch Prime is free if you already have an Amazon Prime account. You know, maybe you have your own, maybe you have your mom's Amazon, maybe you have your wife's boyfriend's Amazon Prime. You should steal it, connect it to your Twitch, and then use it here for a free subscription. Here's the 1-minute ad now. In CT, you have to pass an FBI background check and no felonies before you can get a permit. So, the thing I was going to say is, like, in America, none of these rules exist depending on what state you're at. And that fucking sucks, dude. It's insane. It's so sad.
During the past 2 years, have you experienced a divorce, a separation, a breakdown of a significant relationship, job loss, or bankruptcy? Honestly, I wish I had a breakup to be grumpy about. Lucky me, I don't have to provide any of this information. This is making me feel really sad about my life right now. And now it wants my references. Hey, what's up?
So you want to buy a gun?
Yeah. How do you feel about me being a gun owner?
You seem pretty responsible to me and non-violent.
No, I actually think it's a terrible idea. Don't do it.
Really?
No.
Why?
Because people who have guns get shot.
I feel like that's mostly like criminals, though, or people who have like illegal guns. So I just need people who've known me for at least 3 years. He or she cannot be my conjugal partner. So.
By the way, that sounds like an insane thing that she said, but it's literally statistically true. It's both true because, like, the likelihood of you having a gun increases the chance that you're going to hurt yourself with that gun by an insane fucking margin. But she's also completely correct with respect to, like, having a gun also increases the likelihood that you will escalate any sort of altercation where you have a gun to one where there is gun violence. I would bang both of them while shooting them. EBRs? What? Okay, this dude is literally fucking 12, okay? Yeah, I fucked both of them, dude. I fucked both of them, dude. Yo, let's be honest. Ah! Ah! That's what that guy did just now. At the same time, bro. Fuck yeah. 12-year-old Andy.
Not yet.
It's never too late.
Can I shoot it sometimes?
So you have to get a license to own it, but yeah, we can totally go shooting together. We should.
Cool. That actually sounds fun.
Yeah, let's do it.
Even though many of the same notorious guns allowed in the US are available in Canada, it takes a lot longer to buy your first gun.
In Canada, the licensing regime is extremely strict. We are the most scrutinized individuals in the country. There's a whole process to getting a license. Your spouse has to sign off on it, mental health history, but you also get a criminal record check every day. And a firearms owner in Canada is the only citizen in this country that gets a criminal record check every day.
Do you guys think that it's unfair?
Literally the greatest. I'm moving to Canada, dude. Fuck me. What an incredible system, dude. God damn it. It's like the best fucking system of all time. It just makes so much sense. It's such a pathetic state of affairs when I look to like some of the most common sense fucking gun control arguments. And I look at them like with my mouth watering, like imagining a future where America would be like half as fucking intelligent and proactive about like gun control. Like just insane, like insane. It's so fucking sad. Living in America is so sad, dude. It's such a pathetic fucking existence where we look to fucking Canada, America's hat, with envy because they have like healthcare and also reasonable gun laws. God damn it, dude.
Unfair? No, because we're law-abiding people. I've got nothing to hide. You can check
God.
my background.
Oh my
you
God.
can run me through CPIC every day.
These are like the fucking gun advocacy people, dude. Can you imagine a gun advocacy person saying stuff like that? Are you fucking joking?
And I'm okay with that. It encourages you. You have a lot to lose.
PAL holders were, what, 2/3 less likely than the general population to commit any crime, even property crime, because you have people so in touch with the law, in touch with regulation, and making sure they're always compliant.
We're just everyday people who kind of have an extraordinary hobby.
At a range just outside of Ottawa, Tracy is going to show me her favorite shooting sport.
Ooh.
Long-range target practice.
It's a Remington Model 700.
How far can this gun shoot?
Over 1 kilometer. And this is the ammunition, 338 Lapua. So they're big rounds. It's hard with my nails, but that's the price you pay.
Nice. Is it gonna be loud?
Yeah.
Ow.
You want to give it a try?
These are girl bosses. They are gatekeeping. They are slay queening. All in the name of Allah.
3, 2, 1.
How was that?
Yeah, except for when the state has the much larger monopoly on violence there, so I really don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you won't, because you're a fucking LARPing ass, dumbass fucking libertarian socialist. So you will never understand it, okay? Just because you're one step removed from the fucking baboons that say, actually, it's a phebophilia, doesn't change the reality that you have actual baboon-like fucking understandings of gun laws and the necessary steps that the government should be taking with respect to regulations, okay? You are literally making the same exact fucking argument that conservative gun nuts make when they say stuff like, "Hey, at least I'm free, brother." Yeah, you're not, dude. You're literally not.
I did not enjoy that. I just instinctively started to walk towards the parking lot because I found it to be just too aggressive for me. Is that weird?
No, that's perfectly normal. And here's the thing, is you just shot the beast. So everything you shoot from here on out is going to seem like a baby gun.
So now ANCOMs and libertarian socialists are bad? No. But those who fucking believe that there should be no restriction on, like, gun ownership are fucking psychotic. And they're also against the betterment of society. They're against, like, the welfare of everyone. Okay? So they're fucking dumb. I'm sorry. And I say this as someone who likes guns, okay? I love shooting murder dildos. I think they're cool. I think they're fun. I totally get it. I probably shot more guns than most of the motherfuckers who LARP as like gun nuts. Okay? But goddamn, dude, if you're gonna fucking stand in front of like a reasonable gun control, like actually reasonable gun control, that's gonna make it a little bit harder for the working class to be able to get weapons, but like just not by a lot, but also it's still gonna make it harder for the rich to get weapons too. Then you're a fucking jackass, dude.
$21 million guns in Canada. There's 2 million licensed gun owners. And we think around 2 million more people that are in peaceful possession of a firearm that don't have a license. Yet we don't have the shootings.
Rod argues that America's problem with guns is due to a number of complex factors, but the basic facts are pretty grim. In an average year, there are about 160 gun-related homicides in Canada, compared to more than 11,000 in the US. Even adjusted for population, the gun homicide rate is still 7 times higher per capita.
Why? Because we got fucking freedom, that's why! And the people that defend it are no different than the people who are like... The people that defend this idiotic thing are the exact same type of fucking hog as the people that are like, yeah, I don't give a fuck that we pay 10 times the price on insulin. I don't give a fuck because we got freedom.
In the US than it is here. Canada does have a slightly higher rate of gun homicide compared to our peers, but when developed countries are grouped together and compared to the US, no other Western nation even comes close. Unlike in Canada, many Americans consider being armed a birthright. To get a better understanding of the differences between Canadian and American gun cultures, I joined the National Rifle Association.
Free duffel bag, what up?
Now I'm heading to the annual NRA convention, the largest gathering of gun owners in the entire world, in Louisville, Kentucky this year. More than
This is the worst video I've ever watched. It made me so sad. Like, she didn't have to do this, okay? She could have just kept the whole, like, first half, and then, you know, we would have been like, oh, wow, look at how wonderful Canada is. Like, now it's just a flex. You know what I mean? Now it's just going to be so fucking sad. Thanks for actually showing how dumb my point is. You actually do educate people on stream? What do you mean? What was your point? Oh, you said except for the state having a monopoly on violence. Oh. He said, thanks for your education. Oh, man. Nice.
More than 80,000 NRA members are here to attend a trade show the size of 2 massive airplane hangars, and to hear Donald Trump and other right-wing personalities deliver pro-gun speeches.
We talk about Paris, or we talk about San Bernardino. If they knew there were guns in the room, it might not have happened.
You're here at the NRA show. I would guess the majority of people here are armed today. You're seeing some people openly carry firearms on the floor. That's not creating panic. That's not creating discord or disorder. So most NRA members, and I am...
That's not... It should, though.
This way. It's not about guns. I don't love guns. What do I love? I love freedom. It's a symbol in and of itself. It's a stand-in for a bigger idea.
Okay, which you think is freedom, generally?
Yeah,
okay.
liberty.
Liberty. Do you know anything about gun laws in Canada?
Obviously, you find folks do not have the ensconced right to keep and bear arms in your Constitution that we do. I think that that's a denial of a basic human right, quite frankly. I think it's a natural right, and...
It's a denial of a basic human right to not have a Beretta 50 cal. I think because, like, I'm not American bred, you know what I mean? Because I came here when I was 18. I will never be able to. This is one area where I'll just never be able to understand the mind of a hog. Like in many instances, like I kind of get where people are coming from in a lot of instances, like in like a lot of different issues. But I will never be able to comprehend why people legitimately have this idea that like guns are a basic human right. Okay? Because like in the last 40 fucking years, you know, a bunch of Supreme Court justices like decided to interpret the Second Amendment this way. I will never, and most people outside of America will never be able to understand how people can say things like this. I will never understand it. Like, I can have conversations with that guy for a year. I can live with that guy for a year. We go to the gun range every day. I'll shoot guns, learn how to fucking pick them apart, put them back together, you know, clean them. I will never understand how you can literally think like, nah, it's my constitutionally protected God-given right to own a fucking weapon of murder. Like, no, that's not true. I don't give a fuck what some fucking parchment says, you dumb fuck. Made by like slave owners who also literally built in changes to that fucking parchment. It's supposed to be, you know, changing over time, and our interpretation is supposed to be different over time. Fuck. And then those very same dumbass hogs are like, I have a fucking God-given right to own a weapon, but no God-given right to shelter or healthcare. Things that you literally fucking need for survival. I have no God-given right to food. I have no God-given right to fucking shelter. I have no God-given right to healthcare. I have no God-given right to fucking pursue meaningful endeavors and educate myself and be able to live a fulfilling life. I just have a God-given right to be able to own a Beretta 50 cal that I shoot that makes me feel like I got a big fucking pee-pee every goddamn weekend. That's it. It's so pathetic. It's so materialistic. It's so fucking focused on like pairing your identity with like an idiotic thing, a murder dildo that you have chosen as your beacon of freedom and individuality, when in fact it's a way for a bunch of gun manufacturers, a bunch of small arms manufacturers to shill out and sell you surplus weapons that they fucking made for war. That's it. And you are a fucking dumbass. You got caught up in the fucking agenda, and now you not only love purchasing this shit, but you've made it your entire identity, and better yet, you think it's a fucking beacon of freedom. With the hot lib takes, this is not a fucking lib take, man. I say this as someone who loves shooting guns. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to fucking suck off a gun on camera? Is that what you want me to do? You want me to put an AR-15 in my asshole, dude? I fucking love shooting guns. They're fun as fuck. How many times do I have to fucking admit that to you, man? But ultimately, it's a fucking killing machine. It's like its only design is to end, like, end organic life. You're literally a libtard. Yeah, I know.
In my worldview, a God-given right.
Are you generally armed?
Like, you see these fucking hogs that are probably like also anti-vaxxers and shit, and you go, yep, no, I agree with that.
It's not creating panic. That's not creating discord or disorder.
This guy again.
To most NRA members, and I am this way, it's not about guns. I don't love guns. What do I love? I love freedom. It's a symbol in and of itself. It's a stand-in for a bigger idea.
Okay, which you think is freedom, generally?
Yeah,
okay.
Liberty.
Liberty. Do you know anything about gun laws in Canada?
Obviously, you find folks do not have the ensconced right to keep and bear arms in your Constitution that we do. I think that that's a denial of a basic human right, quite frankly. I think it's a natural right, and in my worldview, a God-given right.
Are you generally armed?
I'm armed every day.
Yeah.
But I'm not always armed with a gun.
Okay.
Okay, I have a knife, I have a Kubaton, I have a taser, I have a stun gun, I have, you name it. The reason that I opened the Women's Shooting Academy was because 2 men tried to kidnap my 10-year-old daughter and throw her in the trunk of a car. And when I called the police, they did not come. So I realized that I'm it. I am it. I am my first responder. And if I asked you this question, what is your safety worth? Because I asked you that question and you said it's worth everything.
Yeah.
So my second question to you is, what are you doing about it?
I mean, to be perfectly honest, on a day-to-day basis, I don't think about it.
Where in Canada is this convention? It's a place called America. That's where the convention is, you know. Canada's underwear or pants, if you will. There is no NRA convention in Canada. The only conventions that are similar to this are like weapons manufacturers that fucking bring in Saudi royalty, which they sell weapons to. But that's it. That's where like Canadians have these kinds of fucking conventions. Then they'll act like, you know, they're above it all. They're high and mighty, and they would never arm like violent fucking theocratic monarchies. But ultimately, they absolutely are the same exact type of dipshit. I'm sure Canada has gun shows too, chat. You are literally delusional if you think that their gun shows are in any way, shape, or form similar to ours. You've never been to a gun show in America. If you think that, there is nothing that compares to American gun shows. And I tell you this as someone who's been to many, okay? First of all, the amount of Nazi memorabilia that they fucking sell in an Oklahoma gun show is insane. And it's not like a special gun show. It's one that is the one that is like available every weekend, okay? If you ask them why they're selling Confederate and also Nazi memorabilia, but not really any like communist memorabilia, they'll say it's because they're fans of history. Why the fuck are you asking? What are you, the ATF? You need to tell me. It's illegal if you don't tell me, motherfucker. Anyway. Any gun show you go to in America, you're gonna fucking very quickly find Nazi shit.
And so I want to take you to a place that you think about it every day.
Then aren't you sort of encouraging people to live in a state of fear or potentially paranoia?
No, absolutely not. The farthest thing from fear and paranoia. It's called being prepared. If you rape me...
Bro, this lady is insane. Like, her life sucks.
Game on. I'm not going to die at your hands unless it's God's will. And if it's God's will, then it's my day to die anyway.
Despite the fact that mass shootings get most of the media coverage in the US, they only make up a tiny percentage of overall gun homicides. In Canada, they are so rare that no official source keeps track of them. And in 16 of the worst recent mass shootings in the US, a majority of guns used were bought legally with a federal background check, even though half the shooters had criminal histories or documented mental health problems the system did not uncover. This is one red flag the Canadian system is designed to catch.
The criteria that we use to determine whether someone gets a firearms license is based on, do they have a criminal history, mental illness, violence, threats, or attempted violence?
Let's say that someone was to self-report that they have issues with mental illness, that they have depression. Would that automatically disqualify them?
No, it doesn't automatically, but it triggers us to do some more inquiries. It's not just you're battling depression, you're elevating the risk to yourself or others based on your condition, that you might do something harmful to yourself or somebody else.
In fact, of the more than 2,300 gun licenses revoked in Canada every year, over 1/3 are due to mental health-related reasons. Perhaps most shocking, of all annual gun deaths, the vast majority are suicides, more than all other causes combined.
Suicide by firearm has been the elephant in the room. Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Another one of my favorite fucking takes by American gun nuts is like, well, it's a mental health problem. Okay, can we address the mental? No! No, we can't! That's called communism, motherfucker. You want to deal with the mental health problem? Then, you know, you just gotta fucking pick up yourself by your bootstraps.
Basically, firearms have been my life. So, 2014, I was actually taken off work for a major depressive episode. And my license was up for renewal. They had to go a step further, and that step further was an interview with me. And they contacted my ex-wife and asked her if I was a threat to myself or to anybody else, and she said no, never have been. And I got the help I needed. Then my license was renewed with no problems.
It seems like the Canadian system is doing its best to prevent tragedies before they happen. If it saves lives, maybe...
Yeah, it's called freedom, dude. Have you looked it up in the dictionary, you dumb Canadians? It's the freedom to be able to fucking blow your face off and not actually successfully kill yourself when you use a gun, which is very common, by the way. Because everybody dramatically puts it in their fucking mouth. That's called freedom, actually, when you fucking cause irreparable damage and make your life significantly worse, but then end up surviving the fucking suicide gunshot. Yeah, I don't understand why you wouldn't let that happen. It's called freedom, but I guess, you know, Americans are built differently.
Maybe waiting a few extra weeks for a license isn't such a bad thing.
And open the action.
Finally, nearly 7 weeks after sending my application.
Why do chuds fight so hard to die? I don't know. Have you ever fucking seen the way they operate around COVID? I don't know, man. I think they just fucking don't like the world or something. I don't know what it is. I literally don't get it. Like, I have a lot of fucking, you know, shitty days. I feel awful. You don't really see a lot of chuds that are depressed. You know what I mean? They're so fucking ignorant. They're so stupid that, like, half the time I feel like they don't seem depressed, but they're literally suicidal. Like, their fucking entire worldview is suicidal. It's so strange. Can't be depressed if you can't be reflective in a critical way.
In, I received my PAL from the government.
This shit took a while.
That's a serious photo.
I know.
Looks pretty badass.
I look like I'm gonna shoot someone. I had the most fun with the lever action rifles.
Oh, let's look at that one. Okay. Henry Big Boy.
You think I should get the Henry Big Boy?
Yeah, AIDS.
This makes me so sad. Like, look at them enjoying themselves and, like, it literally feels like a flex. It feels like I am a lefty on the fucking internet and I just saw a prominent left-wing political commentator buy a $2.7 million house. They are literally buying a $2.7 million house in front of my fucking eyes right now. It's like making me angry to see them, like, you know, go through a 7-week process and, like, you know, actually follow the law and have, like, legitimate safety checks in that process. It's like, it looks like a flex, dude. What's next, dude? Are we gonna watch a video on how the Canadian healthcare system is actually really fucking good? I'm so envious, dude. But guess what? I wouldn't probably call them fake leftists and, like, you know, screech about it for 8 fucking days on the timeline.
It's got the best name.
Don't even have to give it a name. It just has the sickest name already. So yeah, just picked up a gun from the post office. It was extremely easy, though I do look a little bit suspicious. Like, this box isn't exactly subtle.
Though it feels strange to be able to buy a gun online so easily, I had to spend $210 and wait over 2 months for the privilege. This might be the main reason why Canada's gun laws seem to work. Anybody who is willing to go through the hassle of figuring out the system and jumping through all the hoops is probably more likely to be responsible with their gun.
We need some ammunition, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just like so eager now.
It's an exciting time in a young lady's life, huh? Their first lever action. So caliber 357 Magnum and 38 Special.
Maybe like 1 box of each.
I will need to see your PAL. Have it right at the ready. I like that. So we'll lock this up right now for you.
Okay. Are you allowed to show me how to load it? No, right?
I can show you how to load it. We're not going to load it here. Again,
okay.
Firearms and ammunition only mix on the range.
Okay.
I I hate this, dude. I just like, it's like fucking triggering me, dude. It's so frustrating, dude. Oh my God. A while ago, I read that there are like, there is a massive audience for this YouTube channel called Ryan's Toy Reviews. And it's this like little Asian boy who fucking opens up all of the toys in the world, right? One of the most successful YouTube channels of all time. Like, made the most amount of money year over year for like the past fucking 5 years. And I remember reading an article about it, and it was because they had like a massive audience in India. Of just young kids in India who are watching this shit on YouTube who don't have access to fucking toys themselves. And I felt so sad thinking about all those kids that are like watching this American kid like open up all these toys and shit. Yeah, it's a sad story. I feel like those Indian kids right now. Okay? That's what I feel like. Watching this fucking Canadian person go through the process of just like, I don't know, showing you how reasonable gun control could exist in a fucking country. God damn it, dude. We are such a psychopathic nation, dude. Fuck. How Canada's universal healthcare system works? No, I don't. I'm not gonna watch that.
Nice.
Sweet.
Oh my God, you're good. Okay, let's do it. Whoa.
Hit it. Good lefty.
How do you feel?
I really
Thank you, Resident Evils, for the 10 gifted subs.
liked it.
Yeah.
Loved it. Felt powerful.
Why are you getting so mad about this? Is responsible gun ownership and safety using them? Shouldn't this be a good thing? I'm getting mad because I'm fucking jealous. How do you not understand that, dude? That like a better future is possible. And yet we will never have it. We'll never have it because of dumbasses. The bullshit constitutional right to gun ownership for personal use isn't even 15 years old. It's for a case from 2008. Motherfuckers acting like Joseph Smith read it from inside a hat from God or something. Yeah.
I didn't really understand the appeal, like why people would cling to their guns. Not saying I'm gonna cling to a gun now, but it was fun. So having known nothing about guns before, do you feel any differently now about guns?
I think I feel less scared of them. But you have to buy all of this shit, and you have to probably have a car because you can't do this anywhere in Toronto.
That's kind of how I feel about golf.
Yeah.
Or skiing, similar.
Snowboarding, exact same thing. It's like you have to get up there, and then by the end
It's
you're
expensive,
so cold.
yeah.
You have to be really passionate about it.
Now having shot one, I want one, kind of. Like, I'll go home tonight, and I won't have one, and I'll think.
That's intense.
So are Canada's gun laws responsible for our lower rate of shootings? It's tough to say for sure, since gun violence is influenced by so many factors, such as poverty, drug laws, crime, even education and healthcare. But at least in Canada, where we don't have a God-given Second Amendment, reasonable people on both sides of the gun debate agree that background checks, safety training, and mental health screening are all just common sense. From licensing to transporting to storing your gun, there are so many rules. It was fascinating to see that, but for someone like me, it's just not worth the trouble, which is why I decided to resell my rifle a few weeks later.
I feel like I've been asked that question, like when I was down in the US, when you want this to protect yourself. And it's just like, no, I'd never think about that in my daily life.
I guess I have like a hockey stick.
Yeah. Nice.
You're not gonna edit it so that I'm just like, I want a gun now.